All right, Shalom. All praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Wakar Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. Another edition of GMS News and Prophecy. And this is an article I have from thefreebeacon.com. And this headline, Russian spy ship off Georgia coast. Victor Leonev currently selling near Navy nuclear submarine base. So of course we can see that this is dealing with the ongoing chest beating, so to speak, that's going on between America and Russia, which is the preparation for World War III. All right, more World War III news. So I'm gonna get into it. It says. It says a Russian spy ship is currently conducting surveillance operations in waters near a U.S. ballistic missile submarine base in Georgia, according to Navy officials. We are tracking the Victor Leonov's presence off the East Coast, much like we are aware of all vessels approaching the United States, said Navy Commander Bill Speaks, a Navy spokesman. We respect the right and freedoms of all nations to operate in international waters in accordance with international law, he added. A military official said the Leonov, a ship known for conducting annual forays near sensitive U.S. military facilities off the East Coast, is currently operating off the Georgia coast near Naval Submarine Base Kings Bay, home to U.S. nuclear missile submarines. All right, so, Russia is basically testing the waters, literally, to try to intimidate or get some kind of information, or see how close they can get to the U.S. coastline. Whether it's flexing their muscles and, like I said earlier, chest beating and things like that. This is all the preparation for World War III. All right, Russia is slowly becoming back to its it's slowly coming back to its status is that superpower that opposes the U.S. So they have these, they're having these different proxy wars, things going on in Syria, the Crimea, Ukraine area, the situation with Iran. So this is just another addition to the fact that World War III is eventually inevitable. Dealing with Armageddon. All right, in the scriptures, things are heating up. All right, and we're just in March. We're just we're a good weekend the month of March in 2018, the year of prophecy, and things is moving quickly, man. Okay, so I'm gonna go down some. Let's see. All right, I read this. It says the spy operations. All right, it says the spy operations come days after Russian President Vladimir Putin announced Moscow's development of new and invincible nuclear weapons aimed at the United States. So this is dealing with the missiles here, the arrows that's prophesied in the scriptures. All right, the prophecy states that. Matter of fact, let me get it. Let's get that. Let's go to the book of Jeremiah. I believe it's the 50th chapter. Let's see. Right. Jeremiah 50 and 14. It says, put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. So that's what they're doing. They're having these missiles and everything aimed at America. All right, whether it be North Korea, Russia. All right. It says, all ye that bend the bow, shoot at her. Spare no arrows, for she has sinned against the Lord. Why? Because America, aka Babylon the Great, or the daughter of Babylon, has the children of Israel, the Lord's people, in captivity still. All right, so-called Black Hispanics and Native American Indians, we're still in his hand. So the Lord is putting them in this situation with this war and preparing them for war that they're not going to get out of. All right? So let's go back to the article. All right. It says a video presentation during the Russian leader's speech showed a simulated multiple warhead nuclear strike on Florida. All right. Now, where they got this ship at is near Georgia. Georgia is borders Florida, so they're not that close, far from the coast from Florida, and they're pretty close up. So they can, whatever information that they're seeking for, all right, they're in a pretty good range to do that. All right. It says Putin in a speech in Moscow also touted a new unmanned underwater vehicle capable of delivering a megaton-sized nuclear warhead against ports and coastal cities. All right. Kings Bay is the location of submarine Group 10 that includes 6 nuclear-armed ballistic missile submarines and 2 guided missile submarines. It is also the location of Strategic Weapons Facility Atlantic that is in charge of maintaining nuclear warheads for submarine-launched ballistic missiles. So this is a major place here, a major base here, to where if Russia was indeed able to strike that area or do anything to that area, sabotage it or whatever, that can take out a good chunk of the U.S.'s forces, its missile forces. All right. So it says the Leonov has been tracked since January when it left Port of Spain in Trinidad and Tobago. The Leonov is part of a major increase in Russian naval activity around the world. So this is definitely heating up with this war. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to jump down again. Let's read this here. It says the most obvious purpose of the ship. It says the most obvious purpose of the ship being off the coast is collecting signals intelligence, Watkins said in an email. The ship is outfitted with more than antennas above the waterline, he said. Victor Leonov is reported to have magnetic anomaly sensors, acoustic gear to profile American vessels, and have the capability to map the ocean's floor. Right, so yeah, like I said, they're obtaining information, seeing what intelligence they can grab, because Russia's ready to strike, man, and it's going to happen. Okay, it's going to happen. It says the ship is likely mapping the paths used by submarines in or out of the base, and that also conduct training missions in nearby waters. All right. So this is the preparation of war, which is going to totally have America destroyed. All right. So let's go to Joel 3:9. It says, "Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up." And like the article said, Russia has been conducting more naval exercises, so the Navy is going to get involved with for these different nations, along with the actual ground troops, the armies, and of course the Air Force. All right. It says, "Beat your plowshares and the swords, and your pruning hooks and the spears. Let the weak say, I am strong." And that's what Russia is saying. That's why it's backing up all the other nations like Iran and North Korea, giving them nuclear capability so they can fight in this war. Okay? So when we go back to Jeremiah 50, once again, Jeremiah 50:14, it says, put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she had sinned against the Lord. So America's is going to be shot at with these nuclear missiles eventually. It says, shout against her round about, she hath given her hand, her foundations are fallen, her walls are thrown down, for it is the vengeance of the Lord. Take vengeance upon her, and she hath done, do unto her. So this was getting ready to happen, man. America's getting ready to be shot at with these nuclear missiles, and it's going to be destroyed. Okay, that's why these other nations are building up their nuclear arsenal, man. Doing these different exercises in these war games. Okay, World War III is at hand, man. All right, and that's why, hey man, the Russians are off the coast of Georgia, down here on the southeast coast. And there's other, I believe, and down here in Georgia, there's another major nuclear site in Savannah. So hey, Russia's mapping out, where these strategic areas are in America off the coast, and they're ready to strike, man. All right, so we're definitely coming to, to that time when all-out war is going to take place. But with that, that's been GMS News and Prophecy. Once again, I'm going to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Basham Rakak Wadash, double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Until the next time, say Shalom.